The internet is a strange place. In my eyes, it is pretty much the Wild West. Though law and order have been imposed all around the web, it remains to be a place that fascinates, upsets, and entertains me. Today, I want to talk about my experience with the internet and something that recently got me thinking, what a strange and gratifying platform this is. There is a lot to love about having constant internet access. I talk with friends in other countries, and I also keep up with my family's posts, some of whom I share the same house with. This interconnectedness is strange because sometimes I feel as if I'm able to communicate more effectively via words on a screen than I do in person. And I would say I've become a more confident speaker over the years, but this is just something that's really fascinated me. I've come to accept the fact that everybody can't all be at the same place at the same time, and I've grown accustomed to that, perhaps too much in some cases. Heck, some people I know and interact with on social media I've only met online and never in person, but I feel like I know them as if our relationship was completely physical. For example, I met an amazing Overwatch streamer, and she and I connected instantly because of our love for a video game. Now, I don't think any of these sorts of stories are going anywhere because, let's face it, things like this will become more commonplace as time goes on, where you're actually just meeting someone totally online, and it's all you know of them is how they are online. That's going to be very common. The downside of this interconnectedness is that I met a lot of assholes online as well, whose sole purpose is only to be negative and spread lies and hate on the web. Now, I think I read somewhere on the web that these people can be dubbed as keyboard warriors. I kind of like that. So I'm just going to go on a rant for a second. Let me tell you a situation that happened to me recently that really got me upset. Okay, so I'm a car guy. I like modded cars, and I think my own car is a really great candidate for modding. The problem is I don't know how to do 99% of the work needed to mod my car. So I'm looking on the internet for a spoiler for my car because, spoilers are cool and has, it's really sporty and whatnot. But the spoiler I'm looking at, it doesn't have a name or a logo for me to research where it came from or where it is. So naturally, I turned to Reddit, the quintessential harbinger of information, the source of all memes and intelligent conversations. Reddit. Now, surely they would have some idea as to how to point me in the right direction. Hey, go talk to this subreddit about car mods. But all I receive in return is comments like this. Fuck off with your rice piece of shit car, or something like, this looks like a shitty Skyline spoiler from 1999. Go fuck off, or things like that. And there's many more negative comments that just really hurt my soul that day. So I don't reply. That's what the trolls want you to do. So after a couple of days, I received no helpful input, so I deleted the post. This was just one example, and I'm sure you guys have many more horrifying stories of someone just being overtly negative to you on the internet, and it just really upset me that people don't have anything else better to do than just spread hate and stuff on the internet. So just let me know in the comments if anything like that has ever happened to you. It's one thing that everyone can communicate to one another at any time, but what we've essentially done is given our village idiot a voice. Now, this will never go away. We have rights to free speech in this country, but some people, they choose to use their free speech to hurt others, and that's just really sad. And also, through the internet, I discovered a new genre of music, and I also found an app that pretty much takes all my money. So let's start with the music. Have you ever watched an anime show whose soundtrack sounded like it could be hip-hop but with a heavy Asian influence? Now, after watching Samurai Champloo on YouTube, I pretty much fell in love with the soundtrack. The genre of music that they use is called lo-fi, and there's a channel on YouTube that streams lo-fi 24 hours a day. It pretty much functions as a radio station. So I like to set it in the background while I'm driving or while I'm editing or relaxing outside. It's a genre that literally everyone can enjoy, and I really encourage you to go and check this out. I've even used it to lull me to sleep sometimes. It's just so relaxing. So I'll leave a link in the description. You guys can check it out. Lo-fi is life. Lo-fi is life. And you can also find lo-fi playlists on SoundCloud as well. So please check it out. Don't focus on the music when you play it. Just go wash the dishes, go walk the dog, leave a comment and tell me what you think after you go do these things. Now, the app that takes all my money. Well, that app would be called Etsy. I discovered this on Twitter a while back, and I've already spent about $200 on Etsy since July. Etsy is an app where people make handmade and custom items. So, for example, you can buy, personalized dog collars and Game of Thrones bath towels, or even, let's say, Team Rocket jackets, handmade jewelry, whatever. So I just can't believe it took me this long to discover this on the web, because I do subscribe to so many fandoms, Mass Effect, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, they have everything that you could ever want from any of those fandoms online, and you can't really find those like in stores. It just takes a certain touch from a fan that you can't really find in stores. Like for example, I met this one seller on the internet, on Etsy, and she pretty much exclusively deals in Yu-Gi-Oh things. So I bought a Millennium puzzle from her. Now, you could buy those Millennium puzzles like in $19.99 or something like that, but you're not going to find those anywhere else on store shelves. So she converted a piggy bank into an actual necklace. It's freaking huge, and I bought it. So it's just things like that where, you find those really niche items, and Etsy is the perfect place for that. You have things like, hey, do you want a portable charger shaped like a Pokeball? Yeah, they have those. So, this wasn't meant to be some super in-depth look into how we are addicted to the internet, or possible solutions, or how we'll deal with it as a society. No, this wasn't meant to be any of those things. I just wanted to highlight a few interactions from my life recently, and just share them with you guys, and just to see what you guys think, because the internet, it comes with, all the good and all the bad, but in the end, I think there's a lot of good. I just hope we can continue to keep it that way. I like to spread peace, love, and positivity. Shout out Rat Pack, Logic. I don't know if you guys know Logic. He's a great rapper, Rat Pack. So yeah, let's just try to keep the internet positive. Let's not let these trolls win. The only race is the human race, and what good are we if we're all dead fighting each other? So stay positive, guys. Enjoy the internet, and just let me know what you think. Thank you guys for watching.